Hello, friends and bees and friends who are also bees, and welcome to this week's Indie Thursday stream. This week we are going to be playing Gods Will Be Watching again. Gods Will Be Watching, as in we are playing it again. When we left off last time, we had spent 2 hours trying to get through the desert, and hopefully that's not going to happen again. I do apologise for the slightly late start. I lost track of time and then my whole evening got delayed. My whole day has been like slightly delayed. So I'm hoping we'll get this desert bit done pretty quickly and then we will be able to actually move on with the game. If we don't clear it this round, I'm going to do it off camera at some point, so I've not got a third stream of me doing the same thing over and over again. And I will just summarize the cutscene after the desert for you. It kind of sucks because I'd really like to do it all on camera, but I just can't face, unless it saves me at the end of that, I cannot face doing this again. So let's swap over. Oh, I was gonna have to watch this entire fucking cutscene again, don't I? Yep, just skip past all this dialogue. Basically, they've got a super weapon and we're going to go try and disperse the cure. And we're going to do that by ramming our ship directly into the side of their ship. Dougie. And it's all very dramatic. And then we shoot off into space. Did my dot. Okay. Muffin. This. We fight, because that's what there is. And then we crash land. And run into this guy. He makes us identify ourselves and we're like, hi. And this happens. Okay, and then we want to check, so northwest from where we met, right? We actually have about 180 hours, and we have 3 scouts, which I had no idea of. So, battle and a cactus, right? We're gonna travel north. We're gonna, scavenge. We can't travel west at the moment. So we're gonna travel north again. Aiming for northwest. We're gonna get some water. I'm going to get you to explore west 2 zones. Okay. Enemy patrol and huge wall. Right, let me double check this. Northwest, right. I want you to lead an attack west. bring these 3. And we're going to loot their bodies, and then you are going to explore north for 1 zone. And nothing but desert, right? Right, we're going to travel north. I'm going to give you 3 water. Because you're the people who need it. Speaking of which, you are going to explore west for 2 zones for me. So there's an enemy patrol, right. I'm going to give everybody water. What was west, sorry? To scavenge here. And again, I want you to lead an attack west. If I can... Ah, shit the bed. Clicked the wrong thing and now I have to die. Really 160. Getting closer. Okay, now I want you to explore north for me. Trying to see moist and nothing but desert. Right. Let's travel north. We have 17. Right, let's go ahead and dig for water now. Okay, now I want you to explore. Oh god, why can't I hit the right thing? First you. Okay, just 1 zone then. Nothing but desert, right. Let's travel west. Okay. I need to explore west for me. 1 zone. I found a cactus, dope, right. You can have water. You can have water. And we're going to travel west. Now I want you to explore north 1 zone for me. Hopefully there'll be somewhere we can rest, because I get the feeling we're all a bit tired. Just need to cross an enemy patrol, right. Go for it, right. I need to lead an attack north. Bring these 2. got you two, so you're going to explore west, one zone for me. Some kind of shelter. Nice, right. Travel west. And my guys who are out fighting are having trouble, so let's sleep for 3 hours. Right. Getting closer. Right. Explore north. One zone for me. So remains. Right. Let's travel north. Let's scavenge, why not? I'm gonna stop soon, but oh shit, I clicked on the wrong person. You're doing fine, right? I need to explore west for me. Nothing but desert, right? It's the trade-off. See, how are you doing? Well, you can explore 2 zones north and we can see what to do. Enemy patrol. Right, let's travel west. Oh shit, I need to give this guy water. I want you to explore north. No, I want you to explore north. 2 zones for me. I'm going to be swapping to 1 zone soon, but patrol and some kind of shelter. Right. So I'm going to give everyone water. I want you to lead an attack north for me. Which doesn't use time. We're going to scavenge. We're going to travel north. And sleep 3 hours. This happens. I wonder what happens if you let him die. That's a really morbid thing to think, but... Okay, we're getting closer. And we're on about 100 odd miles, right? I want you to explore north 2 zones for me. 100 hours rather, I should say. Nothing but desert and then shelter. Okay, let's travel north. We know there's a shelter here if we need it. Nothing but desert, right? Can you explore what's north for me, actually? I don't want to waste the time, but... some kind of shelter within a shadow. Right, let's travel west. Hours. Okay. North, but we're just for 1 zone. We're time reducing now. Nothing but desert, right? Let's travel north. I'd rather fight enemies if we can, because that allows us to travel without wasting time. But... Okay, and I want you to explore west 1 hour for me. Right. How are we doing on the tiredness? Yeah, we're doing okay. Right, now I want you to explore north 1 zone for me. Just need to cross an enemy patrol. Right. Go for it. I want you to explore north for me for 1 zone. What remains? What are we doing? Water. Okay. We've not reached the next level of strong yet. I'm not going to scavenge, actually. Desert, okay. Starleech is tired. We need to rest soon, really. Explore north 1 zone. Nothing desert, right? I hope this is what you want, otherwise I'm going to be really pissed. Good, right. Let's go north. Fine, right. Phew, we're on the next level, so that's good. And we've got between 50 and 50 and 70 hours. So I want you to explore west for me. 1 zone. Nothing but desert. Oh, I didn't see what they said was left. So I want you to explore 1 zone. It's cactus. Let's get this. Okay, good. And now I can give out water. I need you to explore west for a zone for me. I think that's it, right?
west.
Romero is critical. Which one's Romero? You are. I know you're also tired. I'm going to find us somewhere to rest soon. Enemy patrol. Right. Everyone's tired, that's what it is. These two are critically tired. Critically thirsty, rather. I still need you to explore north for me. It's trying to seem moist, right? Okay. 40 to 60. Something hasn't changed for as far away as the last time we checked. Right. We're moving further. Right, we're gonna travel. Hang on, You're going to explore west one zone for me. Shelter with the night shadow. Right, we're going to travel west and everyone's going to get a rest. You're doing fine. Stow it. Right. I think I need you to explore east one zone for me. Why did I do that? I know what's one zone east. Jesus, I'm an idiot. Right, travel. No, don't travel east. Why do I keep doing this? Jesus. West. Travel west. It's when I start to think that I'm like doing okay that I get antsy, as it were. Just need to cross enemy patrol, right. I didn't want to give you water, I wanted you to lead an attack. I'm so ready to be done with this. Getting closer, okay. Explore south for me for a zone. That's right, travel south. We are getting closer, right. Status 16 hours, 11 rations, right. To explore east for one zone for me. In the desert. And I want you to explore west for one zone for me. East, right. Let's travel east. Okay. West. Starleech, you can have water. Let's travel west. Getting closer. Need to explore west for one zone. I found the camp. About to get there. Right. Travel west. Gods, we made it. We really did it, team. Now chin up, go in there and ask for a beer. You fucking earned it. And we only lost 2 people. Phew. Jesus. And we did it in time. What are the achievements we got from that? So we got used in 3 hours travel between reached camp for the time of departure and 2 suns. Okay. Right. More than 24 hours sleeping. We got a concept art. 2 and 3 hours. We got a thing for the time of departure. So people were mostly moved for gathering. There's Jack, because they don't accidentally send them out like I do. Like 25% of people who can, 0.25% of people rather, who can fast as 40 hours, Jesus. 136 hours, hooah. Right. Finally, time for the actually suicide mission to save the world. I was a fool to believe. To even dare to assume that this Constellar Federation would accept the terms. We just gave them an excuse to create more propaganda for the military and gain support against terrorism. But this has settled it for us. We'll never attain a free world unless we claim it by force. If we, humans, are the element that makes it impossible to have a free world, then we will remove ourselves from the equation. Gactus 7 will be the cradle of this new era. The Constellar Federation doesn't respect life. We'll give life a fortress, and time and weapons, and a chance to evolve. If peace isn't possible, then we'll level the playing field and give the Consider Federation a real war. Cactus 7 is just the beginning. Xenolifer, prepare to be hunted, because we're about to become humanity's most dangerous enemy. That was a very dramatic speech. Strange. I always become aware of my penance when I'm stuck inside the tomb. Such clarity. To be certain of my own continuity. These final brief moments of enlightenment. All of this is just a perceived reality, enacted over and over again. Only the styles bear witness to this perpetual anomaly. It feels like I've already made all of these decisions before. And yet, none of them, all at the same time. Always with the simple hope that the end of this will lead me away from that white sand. I take back all of my uncharitable thoughts about this game. The hull's been damaged. We're losing oxygen. The antidote has been sealed by the computer. Everyone, don't forget your passwords. Doesn't matter anyway. Cactus 7 will be doomed in a few hours. What the hell is happening? Federation must have made their move. No, this is Burden. I can feel it. The escape pods are prepped for evac. Everyone, get ready. Nobody move. Everyone stay exactly where you are. We don't have much time, so I'll be clear. Give me the antidote, or I'm going to make you wish you had. You're wasting your time, Abraham. You know us. You know we're willing to die for us. I've been Xenolifer, and that's how I know I can make wild-to-hear talk with just 2 swift kicks. I know by looking at Claire and flank, they'll miss this little brat if something were to happen to him. And I know that this old man cares more about people in the stream than he does about himself. Hell, even you have your points of leverage, Shaman. So tell me, should I start pushing buttons? Son of a bitch. Sir, I've already assessed the current situation. Don't worry, they can't hear me. Project some useful data on the lab's window. Only you'll be able to see this through the synaptic connectors of your suit. Stream is losing oxygen. You can survive in space, but they won't. You have to get their passwords before oxygen completion reaches 0%. If you kill or free someone, extra oxygen will be available for everybody. Calculate how many people die in Cactus 7 as the situation aboard the mid-track progresses. Looks big, but it'll descend quickly. Scanned all immediate crew members through my empathic devices. You can now track the morale. If somebody's willpower reaches 0, they will inevitably confess. Or the rebellion counter. Use control of the situation if it surpasses 100%. God's damn, Branton, you are useful. Quiet button. Remember they can hear you, sir. Someone tell the password or I'll pull the trigger. You know how much you love Eddie. Don't you even dare threaten his life. No, this is not a threat. I'm just trying out how you are possibly willing to kill millions of children. Medusa virus will kill them first. The weak. We're already forcing all the parents on Cactus 7 to watch their children freeze and decompose into cancerous fungal husks. I'm okay with that. Claire, I'm thinking about the children. I'm thinking what kind of world we're leaving for them, not just on Cactus 7, but around the universe. Breeding a society where children will see slavery as a natural way of life. I won't allow that. I won't allow our future to be shaped by monsters. Someone tell me? Well, okay. Anybody? I'm to threaten. Passwords you have to use been neutral. Okay, somewhere different. I won't fail. You better confess quickly. Do you want to be responsible for the death of so many? You don't look like any kind of saint to me. The difference between you and me, the death toll and the meaning of their deaths? Just leave me alone. Sure, there are other ways of achieving freedom. Just can't believe that this is the solution you've settled on. Not me, Liam, and I trust him. And I know you do too, Abraham. Can't see how this is any different from killing politicians or assaulting a space lab. Those killings are justified because those people were deemed bad? Are you really that naive, Sergeant? I did those things for the sake of my mission. My true objective was to stop you and put an end to the violence. And so we will, Abraham. I don't like hitting children, but I'm lucky to be on this side of the fight. What about all the people who just happen to be born on Cactus 7? Do you really think that all of the inhabitants of Cactus 7 are heartless slavers? Are you just willing to eradicate a whole planet just for their predominant culture? Think about it, Claire. How many supporters of your cause are you killing? It could have been your family down there if Liam hadn't come along and found you. Can't be helped. This is fate. Maybe I'll die happy knowing that my death is setting the foundations of a free world. I'll gladly sacrifice my life for that cause any day. We have to truly exhaust all our options, Abraham. Or maybe Liam just always got tired of being on the losing side. I don't care if you don't like me, but please, you have to stop this mass murder. Mass murder? This is sacrifice. I'm well aware that's your specialty. Don't think about comparing my mission with your delusional struggle, Frank. Why not? It's just a matter of scale. Executing hostages to steal the Medusa virus is different than this. Eating your partners so the rest survive. Killing us to prevent genocide. Only your sacrifices are the heroic ones. You're just sacrificing a planet for the sake of civilizations. We're not only saving alien races, but humans from themselves. Call me a fool, but I believe our outcome is far better than what you're used to sacrificing. Stop pretending you know me, Frank. And the fact that I'm a cold-blooded bastard doesn't make you any better. It just makes us both wrong. Dude, it's good. You make it out of this. Do it because I'm threatening you. Do it because of how the Consider Federation will hunt your ass down if you get through this. Good for you, man. How do you enjoy being her that much? Why don't you just go and live on a wealthy planet and enjoy your slaves? Damn, kid. I'm watching already. That's awesome. Okay. I wonder if I can talk to this guy. Respect you. I know you respect life over all the things, so I'll ask you a simple question. Why? For that exact reason, Abraham. Life. For all the life that won't exist because of humanity. Humankind has become so powerful that no force of nature can push us back at this point. People like Xenolife are needed to stop the mindless destruction which comes with greed and ambition. This is too extreme. If the ones who fight for justice and freedom do this, if we get rid of our values, what kind of future will we be able to build? Let's kill billions upon billions of humans without cause, just for the sake of consequence. And here you are, fighting for them. Again. So don't tell me about values, Abraham. I wonder if I hit... No, hitting him is a bad idea. Although it does convince both Ford and Frank. Talk to Ford again. Letting Xenolife come to this. I've always been this, Abraham. Always targeted those who support slavery. No, you didn't fake your loyalty to our cause. Let me ask you, why are you letting yourself become this? The celebration so badly. Asking you to kill those 4 billion people. Just asking you to let us be. Letting you be is the same as killing those innocent people on Cactus 7. I do respect your cause. That's why it hurts me to see how twisted it's become. I have to save Liam from himself, because I want him to be the leader this universe needs. Not to be remembered for genocide, but the message he can deliver to humankind. This will be a slow process. Real change can only be achieved inside the minds of people, and not through imposed mass destruction. This is a witness to a century of human evolution. If it is that powerful, it's powerful ship will weapon on the just. Someone tells me a code, I'll free Eddie. Is this how you want to play this? In fact, actually, I am going to free him. You two get to an escape pod now. Because we've got more oxygen, and also I've shown that I will be just. I want to talk to. I'm going to talk to Ford. He seems like the most satisfied setting this precedent as a successful way of action. Yes. And whoever doesn't like how the world works should just bomb a planet and shape it to his own liking. You're being demagogic. No, let's explore this line of thought. In the same way you're against alien slavery, but about the ones who fight for animal rights. Should we exterminate all the aliens on the planet to create a free world for cows? You're being absurd. We're just talking about different forms of life. It seems you're okay if the oppressed aren't intelligent enough to know any better. Yes, I find it just as absurd to eradicate life on a planet free livestock as it is to kill 4 billion people to abolish slavery. It's just a matter of convictions and perspective. Luckily, green activists aren't as fucked up as Xenolifer. He's not talking anymore, right? Who's my next person? Frank is. Frank, are you sure about this? No. No? Don't even try, Burden. Won't bother trying to tell you how many ways I think you're wrong. So some respect and cut the bullshit. You done talking? Do you want me to start shooting people now? Do as you please. Whatever makes you feel like a hero. No, that puts the rebellion up. Okay. I'm gonna talk to Claire. Eddie reprimanded his genocidal parents. It's proud of the kids in Cactus 7 are their slaver parents. We're not teaching Edward genocide. We're creating a worthy world for him to live in. I don't care if he ends up hating us or worshipping us, as long as he respects life and free thought. A world built on mass murder will be a good world to live in. Don't make me laugh. Killed before, Walter? You should know that you are already killing people as we speak. People same as you, is your team, all of them filled with their own families and hopes. Innocent people whose only sin is being born to the wrong planet and ruled by the Constellar Federation. The planet with the highest ratio of slave students in the galaxy. Doing your work, never worked in mines or done any kind of heavy lifting. Anyways, I'm here trying to protect the lifestyle. Plan of slavery, but I can't allow the deaths of billions. Do you consider your own significance in all this? Dream of being a martyr while we get on with our job. No. They are going to die soon. This holds it. They're free. Go. The third code is Corrigan. Thank you. Escape pod. Son of a bitch. The second code is war cars. Nice. So 2 of 4. Shaman and water left to work on. Offer you freedom. So I want to play this. In that case, I can't threaten you. If I hit you, what does that do? Why don't you just enjoy a peaceful life on a planet without conflict? You don't strike me as revolutionary. Have you given this any serious thought? Yeah, I have. We're saving the world, man. Saving the world by developing a weapon of mass destruction. When you put it that way, but don't you know what comes next? Full-scale war, and not a fair one. Walter, you can still make the right decision. He's right, the decision is in your hands. Shit. Free water. Please, the first code is Crackban. Get out, bitch. Okay. This is not the way. I respect Xenolife, I really do. But I can't let you do this. I still hope for you. Abandon this nonsense and return to your path. Our path? What could you possibly know about our path? We're doing this because you left us no other choice. The Stellar Federation didn't hesitate in exterminating the alien races that resisted slavery. My family. For humans, killing aliens is just cleansing, not genocide. Sorting the same methods as your enemies. What's the point of fighting for freedom and life, then? What kind of peace do you plan to achieve through massacre? Please, Abraham, you know better than anybody that we've exhausted all other possibilities. Abolishing slavery will destroy humanity's way of life. That's why they won't ever give up. Instead, the Federation built an empire on oppression and violence. And it has to fall, whatever the cost. Whatever the cost? We're talking about 4 billion lives. Then so be it. I'm fighting for 10,000 lives, that amount of lives. I'm talking about the mercy of a quick death. I'm talking about millions of lives played out in perpetual suffering. So I'm begging you. If you do this, Xenolife will be hunted down and destroyed. All of this will be for nothing. If you stop this nonsense, I'll join Xenolife and your cause, this time with no ulterior motives. I'll help you abolish slavery in all corners of the universe. We'll do it by means we can be proud of. We can be remembered as heroes, not murderers, Shaman. I don't care anymore. I don't want to be remembered. I don't give a fuck about legends. I really enjoy that status. I'm sure that a medal on your chest will allow you to sleep well at night. I'm not fighting for a plaque with my name on it. Let Xenolife fall if that achieves a free world. At least let us have our damn world in the known universe in which we can be free. Create worlds free of humans. What do you think comes next? You think the Federation will let you have that? They'll blow up your entire planet before you let you in. Damn it. Fight back, and sure Liam will come up with a solution. He always does. Respect Liam just as you do, but he's just a man. Play this. Shit. Still to get into it from the computer. Beans. Okay. So it's core, rat, core, something else. Core, route. Core. Whew. Work, send the antidote to Gactus 7. Tab 6 an easy difficulty. Most people killed Shaman. Eddie. Can persuade. Attitude has been. Most people were Pacific. Sarah executed. Neat. 7. Nemesis. It's great to finally see your true colours, Burden. It's a pity we have to destroy everything to be able to open up to each other. Did you truly think you were able to stop Xenolifer? I'm not here to destroy you. I'm here to save Xenolifer. I respect your cause, idiot. I want to help you. I'm sick of seeing the one who could lead humanity to a better era become corrupted again and again by frustration. And yet, I always return to stop you. What are you talking about? I've had this discussion with you a million times now. I don't know why I keep dreaming I'll convince you. But I must try, hoping that one of my travels sets you on the right track. Have you lost your mind, Burden? Probably, so I'll appeal to you the only way that has ever worked. Fight me, Liam. I'll beat some reason into that twisted head of yours. This is it, Burden. Get back on track. It's a terrible fate to wait 7 long years to fight you one last time. Yet my victory is inevitable. Did the impact drive you crazy? This is it, Burden. Oh no, you crossed the line. Believed in you. After all these years of meaningless fighting, could have been the key to true change. Always had to end up being the start of a new war. It's funny to hear you talk about betrayal. Next time you should try to stick into your convictions when joining Xenolifer if you want to bring real change. You hide behind duty, but you kill politicians and blew federal starships to pieces. All in the name of Xenolifer. It was my mission. Ha! The day you get rid of that stupid military code is the day I'll be truly free, my friend. But you can do that in your next life, because this one will end with me. Back off. cross this line. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill you. Can't win, Liam. Keep learning your moves every time I come back. Every time you what? Shut up and get ready, Liam. This is it. This is it, Burden. I can read your moves. I believed in you. Okay. Come with me. Cross this line. Makes me sad you never remember our fights. I hope that beating you changes something. Stop doddering. This is the first time you fought me, and the last. Can you? Okay. I'm doing life action. What ends with me? Use your strength against you to win. Tired of this sort of sword thrust. Try something different. What? How did you? Anyway, you don't have the speed to dodge it. I don't need to be quick if I know what's coming. I'll show you. Believed in you. Okay. With me. Time to get serious. This will teach you a lesson. Don't kill me. I don't want to kill you. To teach you a lesson. Already. Cross this line. Okay. Once we'll think about stop or something, one of us will die here. Okay, so you're the one who'll die this day. Said to me that no revolution came without blood. This is the perfect move. Don't you see it, Burden? 4 billion lives? That's way more than blood. You taught me to never surrender. You taught me the true meaning of sacrifice. You're talking about the future of the universe. Sacrificing Gacta 7 isn't any different than killing a hostage. Liam, this is it, Burden. This is what we've been seeking all this time. I'm not scared of the Constellar Federation. If you join us again, I can't witness the power of my Xenosuit. Stop it, Liam. Give up already. It's Liam. Mind your own business, hero. The annihilation of Gacta 7 is a demonstration of power, but this is just weakness, Liam, and you succumb to it, the path of least resistance. Simple decision, Burden. The things I did. Elixir was the true inspiration as to what I had to do for this path. The eternal discourse about the sacrifice, the greater good you called it. Think about the size of the universe. Consider not only the known alien races enslaved by the Constellar Federation, talking about stopping expansion of the greatest evil life has ever known in this sector of the universe. Xenolife, if it doesn't succeed, all life in the galaxy is at risk. All forms of life, even those that are still evolving, could come to an end, could have never had a chance. But you know I'm right, Burden. Time to get serious. Back on track, Liam. Read your moves. Kill me. Can't escape me. Can't kill me. Wasn't Everdesk a neutral organization? Why do they want to defend the Constellar Federation so badly? They don't. We originally infiltrated Xenolife to see if we could direct your course to something good. We saw you as the ace up our sleeve that would finally weaken the dominance of the Constellar Federation, but we can't allow genocide. I can't let you do this, Liam. Bullshit. Let's dance. You can't kill me. Yeet. You really deserve the title of legend. How did you... You're a far better warrior than me, Liam. I just won because I fought you a million times before, and this is the first time I ever beat you. You keep saying things like that, but I don't get what you mean. I don't get it either. But every time I die, I keep waking up in a desert and never remember anything. The only moment I remember who I truly am is here, in outer space, and I wonder... Why do I keep chasing you every fucking time, Liam? Is this the design of the gods? Is this the notion of a joke? Burden. I hope that if I beat you, if I saved this wicker world at least one time, I finally understand the meaning of it all. But I don't fucking get it! What else do you all want from me, huh? Fuck you, Abraham. Don't know what you're talking about, but if you truly fought me a million times, then you face this moral dilemma a million times more than I have. And given the fact that you'll always stop me no matter what, choose. Decide your fate for the first time in the millions of lives you've lived. Is my cause so wrong? Is saving Actor 7 worth perpetuating the power of the Constellar Federation? Should we give the fair chance to the rest of the lives you're relinquishing every time you stop me? You know, I really don't care. I'm tired of everybody looking to me every time a tough decision rears its head. But I'll do it. This is my last offering to mankind. I'm gonna choose Everdusk. I know I am. Goodbye, Liam. Take care of the world I'm leaving. I meant it when I said I believed in you. Between GMs. Very important tester / feedback squad. Devolver. That was... So I knew I was going to choose Xenolifer. Sorry, I knew I was going to choose Everdusk because, quite frankly, I don't... I can't condone exterminating an entire planet for the sake of the message. And I think Burden's right. I think there are infinitely better ways to get the message across. Like this description of somebody as a lot of nice people at PAX East. Number 1, Peter Stop. Oh, thanks. I guess so was this support done by Kickstarter? Indiegogo. Okay, right. So, Nick the Beagle, Stanley the dog, Crystalli the spatial scorpion koala. I like that. I have my phone in my kitchen so I can't check it. To my mother who... I don't know what that means. My father who... is... No, Deconstruct team, thank you for making this game. it's... I take back all the uncharitable things that I was thinking about you after getting stuck in that desert for 2.5 hours. Rip our body. Epilogue. Broken hourglass. Oh. What? That bit at the end there made me jump really bad. Right. Let's play the extra chapter. Marlon device to communicate with you from the future. Do you want to save the universe? When you finish the game, if you didn't get season spoilers, you probably didn't get the hell is happening. Challenge, a lot. Intended design. And let's play in original light. Solar Federation, Galactic Space Sector, 20 years after the fall of Xenolifer. Or as I kept saying, Xenolifter. Do you think I wasted my life? What do you mean, Liam? I spent half my life studying this tattered journal, convinced that there are other worlds, believing that Burden's words were true. Believing that somehow we can change time and avoid the Constellar Federation's chokehold of slavery over all other life forms. Yet now, after 20 years of searching, we're finally about to get some answers. Can't help but think if we'd have spent our youth fighting, instead of running after some kind of magical solution to our problems. The only way of wasting life is death, my friend. We're getting closer. Ship scanners are getting really weird readings. Not only the ship, Liam, I'm feeling an immense power calling us. Calling us? You mean it's alive? Well, in a figurative way, so it's not alive. No, it's not alive. Stop making fun of my powers. It's been too many years, my friend. I can see you through your charade. Might like to be a little grandiose, but the fact is I can feel something, Liam. It's been ages since I felt something like this. What do you mean? The Opmahun. No way. You think we're about to meet the survivors from the Constellar Federation, Lessica? Don't think so. My ancestors were all exterminated by the Federation. I'm certain of that. But there are other ways of meeting them. What if we've been researching true? Burden's time anomaly, the nebula, Agent Amber's discoveries? Everything will finally make sense, since the Opmahun were the only known life forms able to manipulate time. Holy shit. Look, Shaman, a nebula. I never thought I'd live to witness this. Liam, this is not just a nebula. This is the nebula. The god of the Opmahun. Opmirhal, the scholar of paths. Ruler of memory and will. Pretty cool sounding title for a god, mate. Let's warn the team. We're going inside that god of yours. And that's how I became a millionaire. You earned it, Paul. And because of you being able to finance this crazy mission, who'd have thought you'd end up paying Xenolifers' bills? There's no Xenolifer more. It's just Liam and Sherman. When Liam first came to me a few years ago, I thought he was crazy. But time has passed for all of us, and the man who stood in front of me wasn't a crazy rebel punk anymore. Decided to tear him out, and well, here we all are. Never sympathised with Liam or his methods. Damn, I spent half of my life hating him for what he did. Truth be told, the Constellar Federation is out of control now, and it'll be great to meet Burden again. All of this about his diaries and secret interests that Everdesk had in him sounds crazy, but I want to believe that other realities are possible. It's definitely fucking true. Shared most of Burden's existence, and I can assure you, the man had something special. He always had this damn look on his face, like he'd already seen it all. And fuck me if he hadn't. Hey, you finished bad-mouthing us? We did it, guys. We're close to where Burden disappeared 20 years ago. Guess what? There's Nebula waiting for us. Only that, my theories about burns anomaly being related to the Otmahun start to ring true. Snow Common Nebula is the god of the Otmahun, scholar of Shaman, mate. Sorry to interrupt you, but we'll be making contact in less than 10 minutes. You can bring us up to speed with Otmahun culture once we've traversed the damn thing safely. We better prepare ourselves. Finally, let's do this. Liam, you okay? Wake up. Where are we? Fuck my leg. Shaman, what happened? All of us miraculously survived the crash, but Shaman's weak leg didn't endure the accident. We've been taking care of him while you were out napping out in the woods. Sarah brought you back. Thanks. Can't remember a thing. Neither do we. No scientists, but nebulas aren't supposed to work like that, are they? I told you. I don't know normally. Nebula was up Nihal, the god. Ah, shit. Doctor. Doing my best here. Hang on. I'm afraid you won't be walking in the near future. Shit. What's the engineer doing? Can we repair the ship? My name's Donald, asshole. Sorry to say the ship is as wasted as Shaman's leg. Maybe this is karma for destroying ours back in Snakos. Damn it, Donald, you really are a rancorous nerd. Sorry, sweetheart. Don't call me that. I'm sorry, Sarah. Thing I don't want us freezing to death like on Snakos, so... I'm stripping the ship's igniter. Should have enough battery to keep us warm. And if things get nasty, we can reload the gun's laser battery with it. Awesome. Great job, Donald. I like your initiative. Thanks, but the igniter won't last forever. What are we gonna do? What is this place? Wish Burden was here to lead us. I may not be a legendary soldier, but I led one of the greatest revolutions of the century. You'll have to do with second best. I hope that's okay with you. So, what we'll do now is... Shaman? I can see some temples in the distance. I've never seen one person, but they resemble the ones my father told me about. Guess I have to give you a crash course in Otmahun culture. These were Dunarai. They were built by our ancestors as navigational devices. Investment for a fancy beacon, with all due respect. They're not meant to guide you through the land, but through time. What? For the Otmahun, time is not constant like human science. Time's a sea, you can sail in any direction. And through the Dunarai, our god, scholar of paths, talks to us. How come the Otmahun are extinct if they can manipulate time? As I said, your human perception of time allows you to imagine a line in which you can only go forward, or backwards in your wildest dreams. Time is an ocean, and not existing today just means that the other direction is an Otmahun. Like walking through a forest and finding a faith you can't overcome, where you don't just stop walking. You can still go wherever you want, you just have to walk in a different direction, and not only backwards. Except time doesn't work like that. Humans don't have the capacity to even begin to understand it. This scrappy metaphor is the only thing we have to outline what time is for the Otmahun. Okay, the leg is safe. You'll be okay, but you won't be able to stand on your leg for a couple of months. By the way, I believe I kind of understand the Otmahun concept of time. I don't think so. What I just told you was like the version my father used to tell me at bedtime when I was a brat. More about your culture, which we do. Dunarai should be connected with moments in time. If I focus, I might be able to track Burden's essence. Felt that ever since we started toward the nebula. Wait, you have real powers? I always thought you were just an epic phony. Shh. Wow, come again? Sorry, it's an equivalent to holy shit. Found it. I can feel him. Very same essence I felt when he destroyed the matriarch. But you're not going to like this. Okay. Where we have to go to is located above the clouds. Told you the ship is completely wasted. No, and it'd be great to have it working, but we can still get there. How? Climbing a big fucking mountain. Oh, I was excited at the prospect of climbing a mountain. The air has become colder and colder as we go up. Some of us being past 60 isn't helping either. Come on, it's going to be fun. Breathing fresh air, being in some unknown place in the universe, discovering an ancient culture. Not people would pay to be in your place. Surviving a trip through supernatural nebula just to crash into a mystical alien planet with no hope of return. I love your concept of fun. You also forgot we're on a quest to save the universe. Right, totally unbeatable. Shaman, are we close? Closer but not close. Probably you're still about 15 kilometers to the peak. Well, I'll set 15,400 on my mission data. Lose sight of the team status battery and distance travelled if we want to make it out this live. And up from challenges, let's put you through. You say challenges, I say trauma. In any case, let me know if you want to check on the mission status. How are you doing? I can barely feel the heat from here. Full time. I don't expect the climb to be so cold. Being close to the igniter would help. We're straight, I'll barely have enough energy to reach the top. Reloading our weapons using igniter's battery might not even last that long. I have first aid injections on myself. We can store anyone's stamina or body temperature in an emergency case. In heavy combat precisely, so we should be fine about that. Where the Mythen's truth begins, but the Dunarai should be guarded by Mirhalri. Thirdly, planning much anytime soon? Legend speaks of spectral warriors, personal guard to the old Mirhal. They haunt trespassers and steal their body heat, telling them the frozen statues as warning to future invaders. Sounds a little too supernatural, even for the Otmahun. Well, we were just walked through some divine nebula, so... Expect nothing, be prepared for anything. Let's hope they didn't suspect if they do. Let's pray laser beams are effective against them. Combat, don't trust your weapon, trust yourself. Yes, sir. Since we've got a way to go and getting easier, let me give you some advice on climb survival. Theme is the one who consumes the most stamina. Leading blocks the win for the team, puts them in charge of setting the safest path, watching out for anomalies. Pretty draining, physically and mentally. Back at safer spot. When resistance snow will be well trodden. It's a sweeter spot to recover some stamina. But carrying weight also drains a bit of extra stamina, so we'll have to eventually swap duties. Sorry about that. I'm not just talking about you. The igniter or even the weapons will be an extra toll in these conditions. We've got to be careful and help each other out. We should lead the climb with those who feel worn out to rest at the back. Gotcha. Let's take Don's advice and keep thoughtful track of our resources. And Salmon and Corporal Royal Wolf. My pleasure. You're doing focus on the mission's overall status and our distance travelled. Jack, I hope you didn't end up needing it, but keep track of our combat assets like our ammo and team power. We're all conscious that it might be our final battle in the fight of the universe rests on our shoulders, so I'll just say one more thing. Let's fucking do this. Resting spot. What's become of our friends at the ECUK? I heard the organisation was a complete shutdown once the Consider Federation started to amass absurd amounts of power, guessing that after getting rid of every other dictatorship, independent organisations were next. It may seem like they disappeared, but as the one who kept the drug the longest, I'm willing to bet they're still operating. We managed to get promotion in the years following after Xenolife was disintegrated. It's 5 to 7 years for a promotion, Donald. I wouldn't say that if it's some kind of achievement. I know. Don't be so hard on our man, Sarah. Don't mind it, Liam. Thing is, I'm sure the Everdesk haven't disappeared. What the Consider Federation saw of the Everdesk, what we all saw, was just the tip of the iceberg. We never knew a lot about the organisation's structure, and in all our years of service, not one of us ever met its directors. Motives are obscure, all that stuff about being the company for the universe knowledge. What does that even mean? So I'm sure they've removed the tip of the iceberg. Machinery will keep working under the surface, slowly advancing towards their objectives. You wouldn't believe the rumours in the months before they officially shut everything down. This gets interesting. Rumours of the shutdown that had us all worried. Started eavesdropping a few of my superiors, just to know if I had to start looking for a new job. Heard crazy theories about the leaders of the Everdesk not being human. There's rumours that us rolled to the Everdesk. People like to just make up stories to explain things they don't understand. These were with Everdesk officials, and in the meeting room they were showing a map of uncharted space with some weird symbols on it. What? No shit. Made that up on the fly to shut Sarah's mouth, I'm sorry. Asshole. Thing is, they really were talking about the leaders being aliens, and these weren't just maintenance guys, they were officers. Officers! Bet that you were mocking you because they noticed you were spying on them. Keep going. Guess well enough unpleasant memories, but why did Xenolife disintegrate? You guys don't seem to have lost your fighting spirit. Keeping revolution moving for 10 years was hard enough on its own, but then the matriarch, undefeated for 7 years, was blown to pieces for 7 single guy. Said a Federation executed 2/3 of Galactus 7 alien population, killing a couple of thousand humans, presumably Xenolife as supporters along the way. In a matter of months, we lost practically all our support. People were afraid of being caught when the Xenolife a witch hunt. It comes down to it, the rights of other species aren't worth fighting for when your own survival is at risk. Can't blame them. I see. In the end, only the crazy of us kept fighting against the unwinnable. But guess what? Burden taught me that it only takes one person's will to change the universe. Physic Empire went out with a bang, huh? Shit, those assholes were crazy, but they had balls of steel. Never liked them, but I have to acknowledge that even if they did have some insane culture built around their empire, savageness and meritocracy is the closest thing to true freedom humanity has seen in the last few years, even if it was wild or merciless. Being a legged nomad was a lot like that, but without the emperor worshipping thing. So my people totally beat them on freedom. But you're only a couple of thousand in number. I wouldn't call that a nation. So freedom is about quantity now. Fuck you. You're right, I don't think anybody will be beating the Physic Empire, where balls are concerned, for a long, long time. Sending every last holistic ship crashing to the Federation homeworld after blowing all their ammo. Didn't win shit, but the Federation is still fixing the damage on Creston. Even had to move the capital to another planet. That must have hurt their pride. I wouldn't count on the Stellar Federation having any kind of emotion. Not even pride. At this point, they're just a ruthless machine. But that final holistic bang, that had to hurt. I want to imagine it did. To build self-destruction mechanism into every holistic planet. Don't even want to think about how much that had to cost. It's like the Emperor knew he'd lose the war eventually, so he was prepared to leave a proper impression on the galaxy. They destroyed 30% of the Federation ships. It's the biggest blow the Federation has ever taken. I miss those holistic bastards. Stockholm Syndrome kicking in? Fuck you. Okay. I'm gonna swap around so that you can warm up a bit. Don't know. You know, Jeanette, I envy you. What for? Having achieved something so impressive with your life. I don't care about being rich. That you totally deserve. But when I was young, I always thought I'd do something relevant for the scientific community. Developing an intelligent, self-adapting Medusa killer. It's like saving the world 1,000 times. You are amazing. I don't agree. You did do something relevant for the scientific community. Brandon is still the most advanced telepathic android I've ever seen. No one has successfully replicated it since. Saved our lives thousands of times back in the old days. You hadn't been drowning in self-pity since you were up to it, Sarah. I'm sure you would have developed something even more amazing by now. Thanks, both for the recognition and the sincere words. Okay, I'm actually going to change you first. I'm going to change you to be 4th, so we can rotate out a bit. Because you guys are starting to look tired. Status. Yeah. Sand 400 meters. Shimon, I was wondering, you said that Din Narai are like time beacons for the Opmahun. Right. We're climbing this one to find the Dunarai that causes Burden's time anomaly. Presumably, yes. Does that mean every Dunarai holds a different reality? There could be more people like Burden in the universe? It seems so. I think I know one more person with Burden's anomaly. Agent Amber, the woman who led Everdusk's investigations on our friend. Possible. I mean, of all the people in the universe, that 2 people with the same condition will ever meet? You think the Dunarai are a casual thing? The Opmahun built every single temple with intention. They don't just appear randomly. It's more than likely they affect each other for more complex time manipulation. Unlike Burden, Agent Amber was conscious of her own anomaly from the very beginning, so she shot herself when Burden was about to join Xenolifer. She knew someone was going to meet him again, so she probably shot herself in order to immediately restart the investigation. Don't know why she kept the details about the anomaly from Burden though. Maybe we're just living reality in which she kept silent as part of her experiments. I guess we'll never know. Did I tell you that I met Alexander some time ago? Alexander who? Giant with a funny helmet that beat the shit out of me after he hijacked that space lab. Right, sorry. Actually, I never met them if you think about it. True. What happened? Did you return the favour? I could have, but I didn't. Met him at the Narala camp. The Federation had us digging for oily drilliv ores on some shitty dwarf planet. Plus, I didn't recognise him at all. I mean, he wasn't wearing his helmet by then. One day he lent me his hand to help me get out of the trench, and shit, it all came back like hot steel against bare flesh. Never saw his face, but that hand. I never forget the shape and smell and texture as it beat the shit out of me for weeks. The moment I wanted to dig my thermodrill into a skull, but then I realised he was just doing his job. I myself killed plenty of bastards for just a shy wage. Don't know if you remember me, but we never talked about it. Worked together for 3 months, and then I got reassigned for kicking some dumb officer in the nuts. You did good. Plain revenge is not something I'm fighting for, but it felt good to trap us in that lab back in Snakos, didn't it, asshole? I won't lie, it felt really great. It wasn't revenge I was after on that frozen planet, you know that. But I've helped you sleep at night, boss. Kind of seeing some kind of little shrine. So, for the ancient swine seems like a good spot to rest. Try to catch your breath before resuming the climb. So, Shaman, what's this? I don't know, but I feel like it's alive. I mean, there's power feeding the machine. The slate reads Hunath Gao, the one who enacts commitment. Should I try to activate it? Go ahead. Oh, I'll translate. The dinner you seek access to is no common one. Here is guarded the Gao on mortality. The balance of time's fabric for one of the Gao. You willing to prove yourselves worthy of such gravity? What's the meaning of Gao? I mean, I was called Pharaoh Gao in Xenolife's glory days. Supposedly meant the one who brings freedom. Gao can have different meanings. Hero, gambler, ancient, or change, or even the one at the other side. Mostly Gao's meaning comes from its complement. Pharaoh in this case makes your Gao stand for hero. I see. Question is not rhetorical though. We can interact with the shrine. Willing to commit to the Omahun? Watch out! What's this? It's asking us to carry the shrine to the next sign. What's the deal? There's no deal. You can decide to drop it whenever you want. Guess we won't discover its meaning until we do it. How nice of the Omahun. Commitment doesn't have precisely the same meaning in our culture as it does yours. It's up to you. I see. Okay, let's move. How are we doing? Everyone's, except for Jack's, doing good on the stamina. We're all kind of cold though. I was colder despite being literally right behind the igniter. Okay, I'm gonna move you. To middle. We have Sarah the commitment stone. But I'm then going to move you to the very back. I'm going to change you to third. Keep climbing the highest fucking mountain on this planet. You know, nothing has ever been easy when burden is involved. Sherman felt that this was what we should head, so that's what we're doing. So we're working in certain death just on some tribal hunch. The day you can communicate with computers without touching them, we'll start following your hunches. Fair enough. Donald is struggling. I'm actually going to change you to third. I'll put Donald's stamina a bit. Hey, what's your favourite alien race? What do you mean favourite? They're not animals. It's not like preferring cats over dogs. Come on, don't be like that. Huge variety of known alien races, nothing wrong finding one more appealing than another. Fancy most of them, black people or white people. It's not the same at all. It's like more like, what you prefer, blondes or brunettes? There's more than a woman to a woman than a hair colour. Come on, you two. I know, it's on the inside that counts. I'm fond of rockers and I like my women with dark hair and big curves. Shit, that came out the blue. See something coming. sad. Okay. I'm going to move you to second. That should help with the warmth a little. The DM's cold as well. Has the most stamina? Sarah and Dr. Janesh, right? You two can swap. What was that? Seems the Mirhalria of real. The warriors you gathered in her eye. Look like machines projecting spectre holograms to me. No one said they were living beings. I'm sure they can be deadly if without a guard down. The legend tells us they can steal our body warmth, and that's the last thing we want up here. Ending up as one of those ice sculptures you mentioned isn't the death I pictured for any of us. As long as we shoot them down before they get to us, we'll be safe. Let's not go too crazy and empty the igniter battery into them. You have to carefully balance our risk-reward options here. It's really cold. Me and we're both cold, so I'm gonna leave them there to warm up a bit. 1,200. We can keep doing. We can do this. I understand why some people opt for an easy life and just pray for everything to be alright. I've been there. Having known people like you and having seen what the Consider Federation has turned into, I don't understand why there's not a war going on, why there aren't millions of people rising against them. I mean, 20, 30 years ago you could just say, whatever, fuck the aliens, but the Federation is even openly enslaving humans now. Like it or not, Donald, the grand majority of people are like you. Rebels, revolutionaries, freedom fighters, we're a dying breed. Consider Federation did an excellent job not just in conquering worlds, but also in educating them. In a few years will be nothing but a tale. Independent thought has been one of the biggest casualties of the last century, and Consider Federation now has the technology and the power to breed and meet humanity. So we better get this right. Sorting to a legend on the slim chance that we might be able to change the past doesn't seem so well now, huh? If we fail, we better pray there are more crazy guys like us out there trying to make things right. All the universe we know is gone for good. See something coming. Ew. Freezing. Right. You're going to go first, and you are going to go fifth. Even though Liam's not very warm, I really need Jack to warm up. Jack and Sarah. Freezing. Right. How close is the next one? 800 meters. It's amazing how just a couple of decades without a proposition so significantly affected the universe. How did a nation go from being perfectly civilized to enslaving humans in just 20 years? Well, they planned it quite well. We'll start with the decimation of aliens as a preemptive measure to stop xenolife. We built the empire on the backs of slaves, and the slaughter of alien populations they relied on left a gaping hole in the mechanism. It was a setup, cold and calculated. Lifestyle at risk, people didn't hesitate to support the bill that replaced the death penalty with a life sentence of slave work. That's how human slavery started. And over the next few years, the slave work sentences mysteriously started to grow in numbers. Since they were imposing new slavery regulations almost monthly, they'd even bothered to quietly declare slavery to be a hereditary condition. To humans' lifelong sentences. Humanized lifelong sentences will allow inmates to have their own families bullshit. These populations equal to the alien one. And the worst thing is that even most slaves are okay with it. Not okay with it, they simply relocate you to hazardous work. Quick death to some mining accident or failed human experimentation. Damn, I saw some sick shit back there. Sorry, man. Let's keep climbing so we can get rid of this shitty universe. Freezing. What? Or beans. Wheat. Wheat. Why is Jack not getting any warmer? Inject. Bugger. Oh fuck. Right. I see. Not good. Okay, you're going to move last so you can get a bit of the heat. Meters still. Ah, Liam is really cold. Right, I'm going to move you first. I'm also going to give Liam so you should start to warm up. Actually, I'm going to move you second. Sarah spent half her life becoming a soldier. Sure, she was ready for this moment. As Jack would say, falling in action is the most glorious end for a warrior. She decided to live intensely, and God knows she accomplished that. Now she's gone in the snow, but I'm proud of her. We all should be. Go last. Freezing. You should be able to warm up a bit with that though. Meters, right, next conversation should get us there. Life I would picture myself after 70 sitting on a comfy couch, reading books from a fireplace. I know life never goes as expected, but to be climbing on a mountain on an uncharted alien planet in order to save humankind? That's radical. Cheers to you then, Doc. I hope when I'm past 70 I get to keep climbing mountains and saving worlds. Believe me, Liam, life will put you on a comfy couch in front of a fireplace. Life's a bitch. Would a bitter end for a revolutionary. I'll pray that you have an epic death before that happens then. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. Time to catch our breath. There's not Mahoon's ride right up ahead. Another shrine. Cover a salmon. We shouldn't hang around here for long if you want the igniter to last. Say, the pilgrim drowns in regret. Nice. Activate it. Interesting. Shrine tick to commitment stone says that we're rewarded for a deed. But to restore warmth and improve our resilience, it's asking us to leave us on the ground. Oh, good. So nice of the Mahoon. Did I say anything else? Reads as follows. Heaviest weight you carry is in your soul. Haunts you from past times, keeps you from future ones. The one with this showerless burden shall answer the darkest question. Do you want to pose the shrine this question? Not Cyrus' burden, so shoot. It seems yours is not Cyrus' burden. What? Donald, this question is for you. What, me? You, the one with the deepest regret. We'll grant you the power to erase the deepest of your sorrows. Do you want to recover the love of your life? You decide. Respect the death of her true self, the path she chose on her own. Change fate self and have it up again at the cost of her dreams. No. I can't. I'd love to see her again, but not like this. I can never forgive myself if I forced her to love me. I'm just glad she lived the path she believed until the very end. Well said. Let's move then. Federation status, that's what I wanted. 2,800. Team status. With 110%. Right, let's go. Based on what you've been researching, Burden is trapped on a time loop from Legan Desert to Xenolifer's Fall. Right. And I know not only based on my investigation, Burden himself told me that he was trapped in a loop and had relived our battle millions of times. That's how he ended up defeating me. No way he could have done that without superpowers. I tried to convince him to aid Xenolifer, but his resolution was admirable. His resolution? Still trying to convince him to join you even 20 years later? I think you've got him beat when it comes to resolution. Thanks. You know what tortures me? To think that this is the official timeline. Having defeated Burden a million times to one means that in 99% of timelines, Xenolifer wins. And sometimes I wonder if that's enough. No, that's not enough. Time is an ocean, and I won't forgive a single wave in which slavery triumphs if I can fight it. Well said, Shaman. I'm glad to have you by my side until the bitter end. Well, I'm coming. Shit. The bed. 200 to the next resting spot. This is cold, right? You're going to take the igniter. You're going to take the rifle. 20%. Actually, hang on. I want you to take the rifle because it's 55, right? I want you to take Shaman. Whoa, as if by magic. Do you think the Constellar Federation wouldn't have gone for this far if it wasn't Xenolifer? What do you mean? After Xenolifer's fall, Federation killed 2/3 of the population on the Gacta 7 as a preemptive measure. Other planets, terrified at the idea of being next, supported the Federation's drastic actions. There were some minor protests, of course, but the Federation easily shut them down just by fueling people's fears. I still remember the propaganda they were spreading about Xenolifer threatening 8 different planets. It wasn't that hard to believe. Vengeance totally suits you. I swallowed it and went back to my job as chief of the bacteriological unit for the Federation. Don't regret developing a definitive cure against Medusia, but you did totally help the Federation consolidate the power. Your achievement is amazing anyway, Doc. Jack, answering your question. I don't believe it was because of Xenolifer. I'll accept we probably accelerated the process, but the Constellar Federation was definitely aiming for this in the long run. At least we forced them to show their hand. Man, you're always able to bend logic to your favour, aren't you? Yes, he is. How do you think Xenolifer won so much back in the old days? Another one. Comes empty. Can still use... Battery's 81%. 1,600. So we climb about 300 meters in conversations. So that's about 5 conversations. Right up. I'm going to change you to 3rd. I'm going to keep whoever's in the back carrying Shaman because I feel like the Shaman weight versus the being in the back weight helps even it out. Who's coldest? Donald and Jack are both colder. Might give Jack the doing okay. Right. Makes me feel sorry for stranding you on Senekos. Yeah, cold wasn't the worst part. Worst part was praying every night we didn't run out of food. And if we did, the group would decide to eat the dog before you. Hey, how dare you? Poor Marvin. Poor Marvin, my ass. I saw you staring at me and licking your lips. Damn savage. Okay, couldn't help it, I'm sorry. Once a legged nomad, forever a nomad. My survival instincts kicked in, and hey, take it as a compliment. You were the ones who looked the tastiest. Gods. Sorry, I'm sorry, I know it's not funny, but it is funny. Then don't you dare say you're sorry again, asshole. Gun's empty. It's not empty, you just refilled it. Jesus. Okay. Coldest, but he also has the most stamina. Who has the least stamina? Jack. Just finesse, right. You two are going to swap, but you are also going to take Shaman. You... Closely. 9 conversations, or 3 conversations odd. So, let's say we do find Burden, then what? Been thinking a lot about this, based on Agent Amber's documents from the Everdusk, and what Burden told me during our final fight. He doesn't remember a thing until he's isolated in outer space, about to crash with a matriarch. So even if we really are able to find him, and we tell him to change the past, he won't remember until he's about to face me that last time. Given that, I'll have to try to convince him once and for all, using the advantage of hindsight. I tell him to choose Xenolife in order to avoid the Constellar Federation's supremacy, and just pray that that's enough to save the universe. What about us? We'll just die? I don't know, Donald. Maybe we can finally rest, find new lives in this godforsaken timeline, or even find a way out through Opmahun technology. I don't really care. Well, I do, so I'll start thinking what we'll do next. If it keeps you climbing, go for it. Stamina. Donald has the most. So you are going to take the Igniter, and you two are going to change position. I don't know how to defense at all with this question, but keep talking about Opmahal, Scholar of Paths, etc. Really, this is advanced technology, isn't it? I mean, you talk about gods and spiritual warriors, but the things we've seen so far have had lights and wires and bear more than a passing resemblance to machines. Be offended if I didn't know that your questions are born of sincere ignorance. I can't blame you, since humanity tends to see concepts of religion and technology as the opposites. It's a mistake to believe that God, at least ours, isn't part of science. I don't know a lot about Opmahal, but all the other theistic species don't relate their gods to technology. It's because the rest of the gods aren't real. Come on, don't play the true god card. Sorry, I should have said, the rest of the gods didn't exist before becoming gods. First problem comes when you try and understand every other culture through your own language. The equivalent for god in the Opmahun language doesn't have the exact meaning you might have seen. Enlighten me then. We don't think of gods as almighty omnipresent beings. They didn't even create the universe, that's crazy. A word for god is closer in definition to those who have ascended. It's a truly complex thing to communicate in your tongue, but basically any Opmahun god can become the cultural social achievements the community can choose to make you a god. You know, this crazy ability I have to feel electrical impulses and interface with technology without touching it, right? I'm like a cripple to them in terms of skill. Thing is that if you're chosen to become a god, the rest of the Opmahun accept you as one. When you die, your knowledge is absorbed and replicated throughout the community. Letting your career achievements become part of the collective mind, enriching the whole species. It's like how you get to develop time-bending technology that looks like magic to human beings. Sounds amazing. But if what you say is true, how come the Opmahun have been defeated by humanity? We haven't been. Remember, this is just one of an infinite number of realities. We're not interested in war, that's why the weapons suck. And we're proud of it. We never had to fight against ourselves, so we didn't have extensive history of war backing our progress that you humans do. Progress through collaboration or through conflict. We truly are radically different. What's the battery like, right? so is Donald, but Jack is doing okay, right? You're going to go to the front. You're going to go to the back. You are going to take the igniter. And you are going to take Shaman. Actually, you're going to take the igniter. How's our warmth looking? All doing okay except for Jack. But your stamina's the highest, so you stay up front. Okay. Here we go. Suffering for what? I think I see one of those shrines in the distance. Finally, the next shrine. Hit the shrine and we need to keep moving. This one's Laroth Gal, the temptation of the wise man. Nice. I feel like we shouldn't be saying nice, but we feel one of the Opmahin amongst you. We know him worthy. Daravan, son of Tigdenai, offer this one transport to the peak. Take care of his needs until the ones you follow complete their trial. Are you Daravan? I am. You thought my name was Shaman? Shaman doesn't like us to call him by his true name since we can't pronounce it correctly. It's not just that. Opmahin names are more sacred, more meaningful, more powerful than you can understand. Keep a secret and only trust it to those closest to me. I'd appreciate it if you kept calling me Shaman. Sure, no problem. Asking us to warp you to the peak or something? And I wouldn't mind. I know I've been a burden so far. Don't have to carry so much weight with us, but the altar being called the temptation of the wise man makes it sound like a trap. Maybe the temptation is to try and outsmart the shrine. Don't choose lightly, Liam. Damn, you're not helping at all, man. Trust you to listen to your instincts. It's just endless double bluffing. I really don't know. Give me a second. I'm gonna... Okay, try something. Okay. So... I'm going to say no, actually. I want to keep him with us where he's safe. Something tells me it's better to keep you close. Tell the shrine we politely decline their offer. Tell anything. It's just a machine. We can go now. All right. That pause was while I was looking up, to see if there was, like, if it killed him, basically. Right, let's see where we're at in terms of... Shamash is still weakest because he's at the back. And Jack is cold. Despite carrying the, Right, I'm gonna do this. Gotcha. One round at a time. Right. It's only 400. Let's go. We can't give up. See something coming. No, don't fall. Just another step. Another one. Come on, we have to do this. At least we made it to 1069. Nice. Okay. Shanesh, you are going to take the igniter. You're going also to move to the front. And you guys are going to stay where you are. Because Jack is more tired than Liam. So Donald will stay near the back. Liam, hang on. Damn universe. Damn everything. Hang on. Don't take this from me. All these years fighting. Damn. I see something coming. Another one. Oops. Team status. Right, I want you to take Shaman. You're going to move to the back. Struggling. Jack is going to move to the front. Coldest and weakest at the moment. How close are we to the top? 600 meters. Let's just go ahead and push. He's fighting. We can't give up. Looks like we're getting close to one of those shrines. Very close. Must be the Durst altar. Yes, sir. This one's Baramgal, the sacrifice of the gambler. Reads as follows. This is a defining and ultimate choice for every true leader. You know you've walked all of your life towards Otmihal. We will confide that the last stretch is the hardest, name a partner, and with their sacrifice we will make the rest of you tougher. Is the altar really asking us to make a sacrifice? I'm afraid so. And really puts their visitors to the test, huh? One cannot access an Aduna Rai without proving themselves worthy. It means being able to mess with time, after all. Are we going to make it as we are right now? Price one in order to ensure the survival of the rest. Take a risk that might lead to all of our deaths. Can't much number and was able to deal with these kinds of decisions so many times over. I give up. What I can't give up. Not now. We're not. No. We made it this far by ourselves. I'm confident we can make it. We'll make sacrifices when our legs failed on us, and not before. Be strong, team. We're almost there. Right. How are we doing? Liam is struggling a bit, and Jack is cold. I'm going to change you to second position. And yeah, Liam can be at the back because he's just 1,000 meters. Right. Don't take this from me. No, fool. Take this from me. go to the front. And you can take Shaman. It's also really cold, so is Donald. I'm going to have you take the igniter. Stamina. Not as good. You can take Shaman actually. And I think I'm starting to have trouble breathing. Seems there isn't much oxygen left up here, but we have to keep climbing. All futile. We aren't saving anything. It's all just a game. We're just playing at saving the world. My entire career has been nothing but a game. Blurry Russian memories were my top priorities for being cool and having fun. Yeah, I had loads of fun being revolutionary. After all, I acknowledge that I wasn't doing it for any righteous cause. Being Liam Perron-Gao was just the most exciting option. That's why it didn't hurt to kill millions of humans, because they were all just there to have fun. And then Burden came along to break the game. What a guy. He's struggling. You can go fourth. He's also really cold. So I'm going to have him take the igniter. I'm going to have you change to third. You change to first. And you... How's your stamina doing? It's colder. He has the most stamina. What if I change you to last for now? I like carrying Shaman easier as well. That's 300. If we push, we can make it. Sure you want every lifetime to be free? I think so, but if it wasn't for Shaman, my purpose in life would be something else entirely. I don't reserve any kind of respect. Fall for alien rights because Daravan inspired me. If I'd met a holistic dreamer, I'd have spent 20 years fighting for the Emperor. If it doesn't make a difference to me at all. My true self is still trapped at the bottom of that tech hive world. Hungry for power, a thrill seeker, lost in a comet traversing the void, shining without purpose. Shaman gave me one, but will my desires ever truly be my own? Is there anything I really want? I feel like climbing this mountain is about saving the world, but about finding an answer. And Burden always seemed to hold that answer. He knows. He knew all the time. Come on, tell me already. Meters. Really struggling. I'm actually going to give Donald a stamina shot. Donald, I'm going to have you take Shaman and who's coldest? Liam's still coldest. You're going to take the igniter. Your stamina's the highest though. So you're going to move in front here. 100 meters. Again and again and again. Burden, burden, burden. Always burden. I did exist before him, right? It's been so long, my class seems like nothing but a freak shadow from so far away. Time and space, what ridiculous concepts when you look at them. You're my Hunter, right? Humans are just absent insects with unfair firepower, blasting their way through anything they dislike. But look at this mountain. It doesn't give a shit about humans. I don't get it. What the hell am I saying? I lost track of my line of thought. Maybe it's the cold, maybe it's the lack of oxygen, maybe both. To go. Get that feeling. The one ancient Amber was investigating at the Everdusk. The anomaly. Burden trapped in a time loop. Sometimes with a happy ending. Most times wanting to eat his fucking team because of me. Sometimes it felt right, sometimes it felt unfair. Fate. Decisions being made for us by some grand force of nature. Our bodies but avatars of some galactic wish. And we keep doing these ridiculous things. We'll die again and again and again. We'll try to make it with everyone alive. We'll try to get it done in a very short time. We'll try to climb the peak while using none of the doctor shots, while having done with the team, while rejecting all of Otman's shrine offerings. I don't even know why. Everything sounds absurd. What am I saying? I feel drugged. Lack of oxygen is mixing everything up in my mind. I don't even know what's real and what's not anymore. If there's anything real at all, it's just a human concept, right? Do know hi, Otman, me allow bar red coders. Don't fuck it up this time. Whoa! Whoa! I guess it reads what your Steam name is. I don't remember putting my name in. That's really cool. Oh, I do love that. Don't fuck it up this time, Mochi. Go. Won't let the Federation win, just damn. Time to catch a breath. There's an Otman shrine right up ahead. Finally, we did it. This is what you were looking for, Shaman. Yes, it's even more powerful than I imagined. The Dunai is exceptionally high, almost in direct contact with the stars. Inscriptions on this lab device. What? I believe this is some sort of cage for humankind. It says, Priem Juva Porgao Inorugao Asmid. All the paths for humans are war. And it follows. Every war ends here, and the Gao shall protect them all. Which Gao? Protect every war, you mean? Damned polyvalent world. It's all, but I bet our Gao here is Burden. I can feel him as if I had him in front of me. I can try to release the Dunai's power if you want. Burden is the only thing this Dunai holds. Key for humankind's cage, or best said, its guardian. Do it. Let's end this for once and for all. Jack, you're here. We're here, Sergeant. You know we'd follow you until the end of the universe. Well, you should clearly stop, Jack. It's not doing any good. Just take a look at yourself. Son of a bitch just came out of an alien time warp device and he's already picking on me. Burden, what the hell is happening? Last thing I remember is kicking your ass on the matriarch. Now you're here, looking at me with tender eyes. Give me a break. For us it's been years, my beloved arch-enemy. What is this place? We're in an uncharted place in the universe, land of the Otman. I believe in your last words, Burden, about how you'd already witnessed it all, about how you'd forced the same moral dilemmas again and again. So you know I fell quickly after you defeated us. Instead, the Federation stopped pretending to be a friendly democratic nation, and over the course of just a few years, they managed to enslave every alien race, and even started enslaving humans. Consider ourselves went that far, huh? So I spent the next 20 years investigating your anomaly and trying to find you, and I finally did it with the help of your old unit. You have great teammates, Burden. But why did you do this? What can I possibly do to change anything? I just told you. 20 years ago, I told you, I'm done. I don't want to keep saving the universe. I don't even know what that means anymore. Can't you see already there's nothing to be saved? This is all but a joke from the gods. Look, I spent the last 20 years of my life looking for you for one simple reason. To tell you you were wrong. I don't care if you want to save the universe anymore. I don't care if it means nothing to you. Fuck you, Burden. What I need you to do is go back and let us win. Come this far to tell you your fight paid off with a sick world and a global dictatorship. So you won. Congratulations, Sergeant. But you fucked it up. Now it's our turn. I want you to go back, say to me that you're sorry, and let us free Cactus 7. Maybe we can set things in motion and enjoy a free universe once and for all. Am I clear enough? Feels good not being the one to tell others what to do for a change. I was right about not killing you. Thank you, Liam. Let's see where Xenolife will lead us. Do it. Good luck kicking my ass again. You really deserve the title of legend. How did you? You're a far better warrior than me, Liam. Just one, because I fought you a million times before. This isn't the first time I beat you. Keep saying things like that, but I don't get what you mean. Don't know when this started or if it's ever going to end. Every time I die, I keep waking up in the desert, and I never remember anything. Only moment I remember who I truly am is out here in outer space. Maybe someday I'll put all the pieces back together and be able to break free. Probably when the last of the gods stop watching. I've met you in the future, Liam. You came looking for me. You learned all about this anomaly. And you travelled to the end of the universe just to tell me I was wrong. What the... I hope that if I beat you, if I saved this wicked world one last time, I'd get the meaning of it all. But the sense of saving lost its meaning after so many times. That's the only insight I can share with you after all the cyclist script. The universe is just a joke. I'm sorry, Liam. I don't get what you're really talking about. But if I travelled through time and space just so you would let me win, that just dispels all the doubts you planted on me with your fists. Let's do this, Burden. Let's shake the foundations of the Constellar Federation. You don't get it. I don't really care. Told you a million times, but you never remember. That's fine, I guess. I hope you find the universe you long for. Thank you, Burden. Goodbye, Liam. This is where it's like, in the end it didn't really matter. A terrorist organization can't save the world. Xenolife just killed them. Do you think all this bloodshed has been meaningless? What do you mean, Liam? I spent half my life leading the fight against the Constellar Federation. We hit them hard and hope kept our soldiers fighting. We are free. Every alien race fighting on our side is free. But our freedom is built on top of an endless fight. The price has been a universal war that's been going on for 2 decades. I shouldn't have convinced Burden to carry Xenolife for plans. We only hope now is we can change the past and avoid this apocalyptic universe we created. Bloodshed is always meaningless, but I truly believe you'll bring peace to the universe sooner or later. We're getting closer. Ship scanners are getting really weird readings. Not only the ship, Liam, I'm feeling an immense power calling us. It's alive? So it's not alive. It's been too many years, my friend. Pretty grandiose. It'll age into something like this. I think we're about to meet the survivors. Ancestors. Researching is true. That only makes sense. Shit, look, a nebula. Never thought I'd live to witness this. Liam, the god of the Atmahun. Defining title, the team. Whoa. Makes me jump every time. It's an easy difficulty. Just hadn't rejected it. Donald. Most people sacrifice Donald. Well, folks, and there we go. That was Gods Will Be Watching. Very neatly 11 o'clock, almost. That, I have to say, was really, really good. I really liked that. I was unsteady on it last week, but this week, I'm really straight back to loving it. And there's something... I personally don't find the ending to the DLC disappointing, because I think it's... I don't know, I can agree with it. You know, if the choices are either support a terrorist organisation and plunge the world into a decades-long war, or plunge the universe, really, or certainly your galaxy at least, or save, you know, billions of lives, but allow a democracy, not a democracy, Jesus. What's the word I'm looking for? God, I can't remember. Allow an empire of slavers, basically, to take over the universe. There's no good option. And, like, if it was a choice between Xenolifer and the Consular Federation, any time I would always choose Xenolifer. But I can't agree with their methods. I don't think it's, you know, causing that much death. I can't agree with it. I don't know. I think, to me, it is meaningful that no matter the choice, it's... You know what it is? It's the most horrible time loop of them all. That no matter which way you choose, in the end, Liam ends up going back to try and choose the other way. I guess if you choose Xenolifer at the end of chapter 7, then it all the dialogue is about the war that you've been in, and then in the end you're like, it's been, you know, a horrible enslavement, they've taken over, so we've gone to go convince him. Because I was wondering how that would shake down, like, how it would be different if you chose Xenolifer at the end. I'm gonna have to play this again to find out, obviously. But I am going to, in fact, end things here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. It is very, very much appreciated, and I hope that you enjoyed. I will be streaming Mass Effect Andromeda this Saturday. We are going to go Journey to Meridian. Then on Sunday it'll be Destiny 2, where we'll be finishing off the Red Legion storyline. Tuesday will be Final Fantasy XIV, where we will be prepping for Patch Day by desperately trying to get as many Mogstones as physically possible to get the necklace in time. And then on next Thursday, it will be the start of an new Indie Thursday series. I'm still not 110% decided on it. So there's going to be a poll up on Twitter and also on Discord, and I'll link it down below, probably up tomorrow, talking about this. Because there is a series that I want to start playing for Indie Thursday, but from what I can tell, it's going to be a pretty long commitment. However, the last chapter of this series hopefully will be coming out this summer, so we'll see. Really, I should have waited until it came on sale, but whatever. So anyway, that poll's going to be up tomorrow probably, and up for... Actually, I'm going to put it up tonight, that's what I'm going to do, and it'll be up for a few days. So, yeah. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Be wonderful to yourself and each other. And I shall see you guys on Saturday.